1-4. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 350 for 110 at 2,500. Cold. Overlord 1-1. Bra 246 490 at 13,000 hot. Three 490 at 8,000 hot.
Counter.
1-4. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 355 for 160 at 1,000 hot. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 232 450 at 2,000 hot.
Tap flare.
1-4. Overlord 1-1. Bra 280 for 230
Tap
at
flare.
8,000 hot.
Tap flare. Pull up. Pull up.
1-4. Overlord 1-1. Bra 289 for 170 at
Counter.
11,000 hot.
Counter.
So here we have the first engagement. You can see me kind of in the stack there with everyone else. Virtual Lake is my name in the game, or in DCS in the simulator. And I've shot a missile off on Fulcrum. That first missile ended up losing lock just as it was coming off the rail. So it's going to nowhere. So I reacquire the lock. And we might just speed this up. So you can see he's got a missile off quite a bit before me. His energy state is not very good. He's at 0.6 Mach, 4,000 feet, where I'm climbing. I'm at Mach 1.05, so my missile's going to have a lot more energy than his. And also I'm going to release it later. So we'll just play and have a look. So his missile only makes it up to 1.7 Mach. By the time it gets to me, it's dead. So mine comes off the rail, it gets up to Mach 3 and splashes into him at, almost twice his airspeed. So he's just had no chance. And those missiles are very easily defended. They didn't even get close.
Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 273 430 at 1,500 hot. 1-4. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 280 for 160 at 500 hot.
Counter. Tap flare.
1-4. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 280 for 150 at 500 hot.
So this engagement here is a little funky. So you can see there's from the footage just before that there's one bandit and two other Red 4 or Red 4 like myself, and we're all going for the same guy. So we're not deconflicting, and what happens is, well, we're not really playing as a team in this game mode. It's everyone for themselves. It's very much like a game. So you can see Clusterfunk here gets a missile off on Tumbleweed in the F16C and destroys him. At the same time, I've got a lock and I'm trying to get a missile off as well. I end up getting one off the rail, but it's, as you can see, he's already been splashed. So the missile mine's going to is probably him falling out of the sky. It almost hits a friendly there. I'm surprised it didn't actually track him instead. And you can see that Tumbleweed here in the F15 actually got a missile off, a quite dangerous one. Because by the time it's coming to me, what are we at? It's still at Mach 1.9. I end up bleeding a lot of energy off it, and it sort of runs in parallel with me. I end up just outrunning it there. So yeah, it was very dangerous. Even after he's dead, you can see that, you know, they still have a bit of bite. So I end up, yeah, just escaping it. There we go. Very close. But yeah, there's no kill in this engagement, but just wanted to show you sort of how close those missiles get when you're defending.
Altitude.
So I'll just quickly look at the last engagement here. You can see I defend that missile and instantly get another engagement. I've got a missile actually already tracking on me from Kodiak in an F16C. That F18 is high, fairly fast. I'm sort of fairly low, climbing fast. I don't know that missile's out on me. Probably should have. What I do is I get a missile out, and once again, it's after he's already splashed. My missile comes off the rail, which is quite annoying. And yeah, just no deconfliction again, which is pretty standard in on Growling Sidewinder's channel server. So you know, it happens. So that would have been a pretty dangerous missile. Would have sort of hit him around Mach 2. Would I have been able to avoid his missile? It seems that he gets splashed. Yeah, I probably, if he didn't get hit, then maybe I would have got shot down. So maybe I'm glad he got shot, because you can see, yeah, those missiles are around 10 miles out from me, and then he blows up and they sort of go stupid before they can track me. And then I end up going back for a rearm, and we'll look at the next engagement sequences.
Altitude. Altitude.
Overlord, 1-1, pop-up group, 271, 435 at 2,000 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 351, 4,160 at 2,000 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 274, 490 at 10,000 knots.
Fast flare. Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
3000, cold.
Counter.
Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, Bra, 282, 490, at 13,000 knots. Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, pop-up group, Glen 76, 430, at 1,000, cold.
Altitude. Altitude.
Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, pop-up group, 236.
Alright, we'll look at this engagement quickly. So you can see I was jumping between a few targets there. I ended up going for Salto. He was closer. He ends up going Cull, but I assume I'll be able to outrun him. And I assume correct. He's got no situational awareness, and he sort of turns back into me. I get a missile off. Splash. It's very fast. He's got no chance. Mach 2.9. And he's 0.8 Mach, so pretty straightforward there. Easy kill. I sort of get my legs running because there's more Blue 4 coming in, and they're probably going to throw a missile at me. XE ends up, I think, not getting a missile off because the other F16 got a missile off on him. So pretty easy there.
Counter. Cap flare. Cap flare. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Cap flare.
Overlord, Glen 1, Bra, 289, 4 Glen 160, at 3,000, cold.
Counter. Cap flare.
Glen
Altitude.
4, Overlord, Glen
Altitude.
1, pop-up group, 359, 4 Glen 160, at 1,000, cold.
Counter. Altitude. Altitude.
Overlord, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2,
Cap flare.
request Tokyo. 355, 4 Glen 110, at 5,000, Glen 1, 2, Overlord, Glen 1, Bra, 252, 430,
Counter.
at 2,000, cold.
Counter. Cap flare. Counter. Cap flare. Altitude. Altitude.
Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, Bra, 355, 4 Glen 140, at 2,000, cold. Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, Bra, 283, 490, at 11,000 knots.
Altitude. Altitude.
I don't end up getting any kills in this engagement. I just wanted to show you sort of what was happening when I was defending then. So that F14 in a fairly, he's not that dangerous there, I don't think. He's just a bit too far, a bit too slow. So he ends up getting an AIM-54, which is a pretty long range old school missile, off on me, and that's why I'm constantly getting the beeps there. I think I also get an AIM-120 from this Kale guy, is it? Someone from long distance. So yeah, lots of beeping, lots of missiles flying in the air. That actually AIM-54 ends up nearly turning back into me again. Just as I'm re-engaging, you see that engagement there on Kale. And what ends up happening here, and I have no idea what happened, but I Mach 2 basically touched him, and you can see the missile in the it goes through him, so I don't know if that's lag or whatever, so I end up not getting a kill there, which is a bit unfortunate, and I have to go back and rearm.
Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, pop-up group, 002, 4 Glen 150, at 1,000 knots. Glen 4, Overlord, Glen 1, Bra, 2 for 190 at 2,500 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, pop-up group, 276, for 150 at 0 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 283, 480 at 1,000 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, pop-up group, 279, 470 at 1,000 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 273, 490 at 11,000 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 280, 480 at 11,000 knots. 1-1, pop-up group, 271, 440 at 1,000 knots.
Counter.
1-4, Overlord, 1-1, pop-up group, 270, 120 at 500 knots.
Flat flare. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
1-4, Overlord,
Pull up.
1-1, pop-up group,
Pull up.
019, for
Pull up.
140
Counter.
at
Flat
500
flare.
knots.
Altitude. Altitude.
1-4, Overlord, 1-1,
Counter.
Bra, 269, 480
Flat
at
flare.
2,500
Flat flare.
knots.
Counter.
Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 233, 413 at 1,000 cold. 1-4,
Counter.
Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 272, 420
Counter. Flat flare. Altitude. Altitude. Counter. Pull up. Flat flare.
1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 016, 490 at 2,000 knots. 1-4, Overlord, 1-1, pop-up group, 263, 170
Flat
at
flare.
500 cold.
Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
1-4, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 013, 480 at 2,500 knots. Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 264, 490 at 9,000 knots.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
So I'll try to quickly go over this pretty long engagement sequence. I know that the video is probably getting pretty long now. So I had that helicopter locked, and I sort of just didn't want him to make it look like I was going dead on him. Didn't know he was there, kind of thing. And then sort of I start to turn on him, gets a bit more speed, and then I get a missile off. As you can see, he's pretty slow there, but the missile will track. And what happens is, as soon as he knows that missile's coming, he goes, "Oh no!" and he lands. He ends up landing or stopping the helicopter, which makes the missile basically. It's very hard for a missile to track a non-moving target because it is radar guided. So it ends up going over his head and splash into the ground. I just ignore him after that. I don't really like messing with the helicopters. They're finicky, especially in DCS. So I end up going toe to toe with two F16s and F15. Sorry, two F15s and two F16s. It's a bit silly of me, but it doesn't matter. I go it anyways. I end up getting a missile off on Exy, and it very narrowly misses him. Just runs just out of energy just right at the last minute. And I've got 4 missiles coming in on me, and I end up defending them all and booking out of there. Eli ends up coming in and saving the day, getting a couple missiles off, splashing a couple targets. They get the Fusion ends up throwing everything he's got at me, the last 3 missiles he has. And then I end up running towards the mountains. It looks like Exy ends up following me towards the mountains, sort of. Just kind of looking for me, I think. And I'm staying low. I come round. He's jettisoned his tank, and he starts picking up. Oh no, he doesn't start picking up speed. But I think by the time I get around, I get a lock. I get a missile off. He's already realised, crap, I haven't got a lock, and starts to defend. A lot of chaff there. I end up putting the first missile out, then the second, but the first one's got enough energy, ends up hitting him Mach 1.9ish, and then I go cold. And that's it. I go back to rearm, I think. Yep.
Bra 282 490 at 4,000 knots. Overlord 1-1. Bra 282 490 at 5,000 knots. 1-4. Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 28947 at 1,000 knots. 1-4. Overlord 1-1. Merged. 1-4. Overlord 1-1. Bra 029 for 140 at 3,500. Hold.
This is the last engagement sequence for me. Ends up being quite easy. Got a slow F18 here, not really paying attention. I'm a very fast Mach 1. Almost 1.6, 30,000 feet, F16. I just run him down, get a very dangerous missile into him. Mach 2.5 when it hits. Yeah, easy pickings. And that's sort of kind of how I play. I don't try to fight. If I can't win, I just run. And that's the good thing about the F16 is it can run. I generally prefer quite a light loadout, 2 to 4 missiles and 1 fuel tank that I usually jettison pretty close to the start of engagements.